Loading scenario 127.
Now, we shall see how impressive you truly are.
Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another Black Desert video. And in today's video, guys, I got a really interesting topic I do want to talk to you guys about when it comes to Black Desert Online, because I really feel like Pearl Abyss, and this means a lot to me because you guys know I like Black Desert, but I have given this game a lot of crap for one particular reason, and we're going to get into that here in a second. But like I was saying, and before I just cut myself off for whatever reason, I feel like Pearl Abyss really do care when it comes to this game. And if you haven't heard, or if you haven't seen, if you don't stay up to date on Black Desert console too much now, I would imagine they're probably doing this same thing with PC. But the only thing is, I don't really follow any Black Desert PC media, like the Black Desert PC YouTube channel. I don't follow it. The Twitter, I don't follow it because the PC version is just light years ahead of us. And honestly, I don't feel like making the same mistake I did with Terra, freaking sitting here drooling at content that I think will just, be a long while before we'll get it. And that's no offense to Terra Online either, but I'm being honest about my feelings here. And they have started this new series called Voice of the Adventurers. I'll put a little screenshot of it here of one of the episodes that community manager Sherna and Trent's the community manager for the mobile port, but he's pretty much been on every episode for console, like literally since they started these streams with the Black Desert Xbox. And it's basically surveys and a stream where they literally just want feedback from the community. Like, they want to know like what we want in the game. They want to hear all of our whining, bitching, moaning, complaining, like what we like, what we don't like, what we love, what we hate. Like, they want to take it live and head on. And I applaud that because, I don't see a lot of developers doing that today. There's a lot of them, who will see videos and stuff and things, and they'll hide behind whatever and just get offended. But these guys are embracing it. They want it. And the only thing I can take from that is the fact that they really do care, about our feedback. They care about what's in the game. Now, as you guys know, my biggest beef with Black Desert is no secret to anybody. I want more PvE content in this game. I'm not saying that, they have to add, a billion dungeons and raids to it and stuff like that. Which, don't get me wrong, it would be nice if, they announce sometime this year or next year, hey, we're going to start bringing more dungeon-like content to Black Desert. You're going to see me in a little cheerleading outfit with pom-poms on going, "Go Black Desert! Go Black Desert!" But, yeah. But, in one of the recent episodes of Voice of the Adventurers, they did a survey. They sent it out to EU first, and then I believe they sent it out to North America. And according to Sherna, almost 80 or 90% of the player base said that they wanted more PvE content. And that actually does make me excited because, for one, I know a lot of people do share the same opinion I do, or at least in EU. I don't know the specific statistics for the NA survey or anything like that, but I could imagine that NA is probably similar. But at the same time, one thing I don't want to do is if Black Desert starts focusing on PvE and delivering more PvE content, I don't want them to take away from the PvP players. And that's one thing that scares me. And the only reason it scares me is because, like, when it comes to these MMORPGs, one thing I've noticed as a trend in a lot of these games, and it's probably not, with all of them, but just from my experience, a game is either good at one or the other. It's never really good at both. It's always, a heavily PvE based game or a PvP based one. And the last thing I want to see in this game is it being known for great PvP. is them to start going PvE heavy on it, and then the PvP base just dies, and players are like, well, our one good MMO we had for PvP got ruined. But at the same time, this game really does need to increase its PvE content, especially to hold player interest, because like PvP, especially in an MMORPG, and if I've learned anything from my time playing them, is PvP is not for everybody. It's just not. There are some people who who like their PvE experience. Now, me personally, when it comes, it all depends on the genre for me. When it comes to shooters and things like that, I love my PvP. I love playing against other players all day. But in an MMO, PvP is okay to me, but it's not like my bread and butter, my enjoyment. I'm not that guy who goes out there who wants to have the greatest build on the planet and just tear up every single person I see. That's not appealing to me. Like one thing I dreaded for a long time, when I was leveling in Black Desert, was the open world PvP. I'm like, man, I'm not going to be able to do everything. Every corner I turn, there's probably going to be some high level fool wanting to beat my ass and yada yada yada. I'm not gonna lie, that was one thing that scared the hell out of me at first with Black Desert. When you get to that level, you realize it's actually not so bad. The only time you really get into challenging battles with other players is like if you're if you're killing mobs in an area where somebody else needs them, and they'll just end up trying to kill you. That's literally the only crazy experience I've had. I've had a few toxic guys try, sneak up behind me and give me the good old 1-2, but that's about it. I haven't dealt with anything, crazy or anything like that on my or at least in my experience with Black Desert. But then again, this isn't a game I'm exactly playing 24/7, so I'm not completely sure. The experience for a lot of people could be very different. But like I said, guys, from the beginning, this one little thing that they're doing, it gives me a lot of hope for this game. It gives me a lot of hype. Now, one thing Sherna did say in the video, and I'm going to leave links to I'm going to leave a link to this playlist down in the description below, so that way you guys, if you have the time, you can look at all the episodes, or just skim through them, get an idea for what they're saying, what they're listening to, and stuff like that. But Sherna was straight up and said, these things, they have to be developed and stuff like that, and it could take a while, so this could be a ongoing 1, 2, 3, 4 year process for Black Desert. We don't know, but the fact that they're starting now while the game is fresh, especially on console, that's a good thing. Like, one thing I honestly think they could to easily give players, especially on console, a bit more PvE content, like they did with the Shy. They were able to bring that to Xbox early. Maybe they could bring the Altar of Blood to consoles sooner than later, rather than us waiting for as long as PC got to get it, or something like that, But honestly, guys, I do think that there's going to be a lot more PvE content in the future, and if you're somebody that's given up on this game, maybe you should take a look at some of these streams. Maybe you should just get yourself a character to 55 and 56. Make sure that they're leveled up in the background, so the day if the day comes where they decide to launch more content of this nature, you're ready to run it. Maybe you'll be interested in getting it back into Black Desert at that time. But anyway, guys, the point of this video is I just wanted to say that there's hope, and honestly, I watched all these streams and I was excited with what I saw. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But if y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.
There's a